So let's welcome Lynn Winderoth. Please come on board.
Hi, everybody. Well, first of all, my name is Lynn Winderoth, and I'm an agent with the Boston Global Center. I want to thank Jason Shim for inviting me to speak today. I really appreciate the opportunity because I really believe in our products, and I have some great news and a testimony about HemoHIM. Now, HemoHIM is our star product. I think everybody hears about it when they first join with Atomy. But I have to be honest with you, I was wondering what this HemoHIM was all about. When I first heard about what it could do in regards to modulating our immune system, I have to admit I was a little skeptical. I'm a registered nurse, and I've been a nurse for longer than you, probably many of you have been alive. And I like to see the scientific evidence about how things work. So I set out to find out for myself. As a nurse, I believe in what they call complementary medicine. I believe in the medical aspect of medicine, but I also believe in the natural aspect of medicine. And I feel they both have a place in our healthcare. And so I'm always looking for good complementary natural methods to support the medical healthcare that I work in. I researched the 3 herbs that are found in HemoHIM, and I was really impressed at what I learned. I was also impressed that I did most of my learning on the National Institutes of Health website in Washington, D.C. As a nurse, I know that that's a credible website and that what they publish has been proven through different scientific studies. Then I saw that it was FDA approved, which is a good thing here in America. I think the FDAs in other countries are even stricter than we are. But when I saw that it was approved by the FDA, knowing how difficult they can be, that also was another mark of credibility for me. The icing on the cake for me was when I saw a YouTube video by our CEO, Mr. Park, where he explained the science behind the immune system and how HemoHIM can modulate it. I was very impressed at Mr. Park's level of knowledge of the immune system, and I appreciated very much the time that he had taken to educate himself to learn the details of that and how HemoHIM affects our immune system. I've listened to testimony after testimony about the relief that HemoHIM gives to people who suffer allergies. I know that there's a lady on tonight that's having trouble with her allergies today, and she said she's going to take her HemoHIM. So I thought, well, this is something I'm going to have to remember so that as people ask me for advice, and when you're a nurse or a doctor, people ask you for a lot of advice, I'll have something positive to give them. Not too very long ago, a very dear friend of mine was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she's currently undergoing chemotherapy. I'm keenly aware of the drug combination that she's being given and how much its effects can be devastating on the immune system. Many forms of chemotherapy make people very vulnerable to infection. And of course, in this day of COVID-19, knowing you're getting chemotherapy with COVID out there is very frightening. I asked her if she would consider taking HemoHIM if her doctor approved it. And so she brought my research to him, and he said to her that she could take it while she was getting chemo. I'm really happy to report and shocked to report that after her second cycle, she didn't need the shot that boosts your immune system. Her doctor, she got the chemo on a Friday, and he said, come back on Monday because you're probably going to need a shot. She went on Monday, and he said, oh, your blood counts are good. I guess the chemo hasn't kicked in yet. Come back on Thursday. She went back on Thursday, and her blood counts were still good. And he was shocked. He couldn't believe it. So he said, well, come back on Monday because surely by then you're going to need a shot of the Neulasta, which, by the way, costs between $3,000 and $5,000 for one shot. She kept taking the HemoHIM twice a day as much as she could. There were days when she just didn't feel like she could take it, but she took it as much as she could. And when she went back to the clinic on that Monday, she did not need the Neulasta shot. Everybody's pretty shocked about this. Now, I don't think her doctor is giving the HemoHIM credit yet because you don't change medical minds overnight, but this sure has changed mine. She did receive her 3rd cycle of chemo, and without even checking her blood, he gave her that shot. And she was in bed with severe bone pain for several days. And it breaks my heart because her bone marrow probably didn't need to be stimulated, and now her bones must feel like they're going to rupture. So she's not going to allow him to give her that shot anymore until he checks her blood because she's staying on the HemoHIM. People in my church have gotten together to buy this for her, and she's really, really pleased that she can take something natural while fighting her breast cancer. I'm going to continue to advocate for people to take HemoHIM to support their immune systems. I've got a box of it in the house at all times. I don't take it every day. I'm saving it so that if I ever start to feel like I'm sick or like I'm getting a cold or the flu, that's what I'm reaching for before I reach for any medicine. I've researched every supplement that Atomy has to offer. We just learned last night, anybody concerned about hair loss, saw palmetto for men and women can help prevent hair loss in people. So we have supplements that do many, many things. And when you start to research them and see, you'll understand that Atomy has picked the best of the best to keep us healthy, and heaven forbid we get sick, to help get us well as fast as we can. Thank you again for your time, and thank you so much to this incredible company, Atomy.
Thank you so much.